Hey everybody, so back to the stimulus. Now, I know a lot of people are now happy to have received their stimulus check. However, surprisingly, and very surprisingly to even me, a lot of you guys still have yet to see any signs of that money. Now, some people are saying they got the money, but the additional amounts for children they didn't receive. Then again, there are couples who have the situation where a spouse receives a payment and the other doesn't. So stick around to the end of this video so you can get a better understanding of what's going on and possibly get your questions answered, right? Now, a quick reminder to give this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing to this channel for future videos, and also turning on those post notifications so you can see when I post a new video tomorrow. And guys, I post videos on this channel every single day. So yes, a lot of questions to answer, and calling the IRS doesn't really get you anywhere now because you're lucky if you can get through to them. So right now it's all about playing the waiting game and hoping that if you haven't received the stimulus money as yet, you will soon. Now, last week, the IRS addressed some issues on the Get My Payment portal, and afterwards, a great deal of you guys were able to at least get some information out of it, as opposed to before when it would crash and not give you anything. Now, I'm happy for all those who keep updating the comment section down below, and after a couple of days, replying and confirming that they eventually did get the stimulus money. Now, if you are still not able to get an update from the portal, guys, April 15th to April 30, right? That's 15 days. They weren't on time from the beginning, so if you haven't gotten this money and you are completely sure everything is fine, don't worry about it too much, you will get it. And like I mentioned in my first video, my very first video about the stimulus, they did initially say that if for whatever reason you don't get a stimulus payment now, you will be credited when you file your taxes for 2020. Now, with that said, the IRS is also now continuously improving the Get My Payment tool, and it was last worked on about a day ago. And here they have an update where they are saying if it didn't work for you, then you can try it again now, and it's possible that it will give you some information now. So it's very unlikely that the government just has your name on a top secret blacklist somewhere with an X on it, and they just want to rip you off and not give you anything, right? Now, the systems are outdated, they are understaffed, they are late. It's really nothing new. We still have a few more weeks of payments being processed to go through. Now, I mean, I personally filed my taxes back in February, and even right now it has still not been processed. Whenever I check online, it says that it is being processed. We are now in May, so they have been processing it for about 3 months now. So it's really just that things may be taking much longer than they usually right now. Now, guys, if you are using the Get My Payment portal and you still get nothing from it, then one reason why this could be happening is your address. Right, so try removing punctuations from your address. If that doesn't work, try removing the apartment number or the unit number and just leave the address. This seems to be a problem for a lot of people, and after messing around with the way you enter the address, it finally works for some. Again, the system is far from perfect and it shouldn't be this way, but this is the way it is. So try doing it differently and then comment down below if that helped you and if that was the solution to your problem. Now, if you try different combinations and different ways how to put your address in and it still doesn't work, then I highly suggest that you click on my comment down below and visit that link where I discuss some reasons why this may be happening to you. So now there's another question about stimulus check part 2. Now, we already know that $1,200 wasn't and isn't enough, right? And I'm sure no one agreed that it was enough. So are we going to actually get a second stimulus? Like, is it really going to happen? Well, there was the Emergency Money for the People Act, right? And this sounded really good as it was $2,000 more. Now, not only was it $2,000 more, it was going to be or would be a recurring payment for 6 to 12 months potentially. And then all the people who were left out of this current stimulus would have been covered in this new stimulus. Now, when I spoke about this the last time, a lot of you guys really liked it and would have liked to see this passed. And I really think that there may be a second stimulus, right? It's not completely out of the picture, and I think a second stimulus can happen. But a recurring payment of $2,000 for every American for 6 months, I really don't think that will happen. At least I don't see how it would get passed. I don't think the government can, for one, and even if they can, I don't believe they would want to spend all of that money. I mean, we're talking about trillions now, if not more. That would surely be put under the most resistance. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. I know you would love to see a second stimulus passed and probably $2,000 a month versus anything else that has been proposed, but do you really think that this bill would make it? Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Now, this hasn't gone anywhere just yet because Congress was focusing on getting more funding to small businesses so they didn't go bankrupt in the lockdown. So they had no time to look at this bill really. So hopefully soon they will be able to look at it, and hopefully the outcome will be good. Now guys, the reason I think there could be a second one-time payment is because of what we know happened to the first stimulus payment. Now, most people spent it shortly after they received it. The money is right back into the economy, which was the purpose, right? That's why it's called the economic stimulus, or an economic stimulus rather. So that justifies the government granting a second payment, even if it's a smaller amount. Now, if they did this, then this time around things should be much easier, right? I mean, they already have the portal and the information of everybody by now. Now, the only thing they would need to do is to, one, be on time with this, and two, try not to have the systems crashing and or malfunctioning as what's happening right now. Now, here's the answer to a few questions that you guys may have had. Now, previously I was asked about the homeless and I couldn't find an answer anywhere for you guys, but now I have. So the homeless will also benefit from the stimulus. See right here, they posted this update saying that homeless people can provide this information, and when they do, they will be able to receive the economic impact payment, which is really the stimulus. Now, this shouldn't be a surprise because before they did say if you didn't file taxes or if you aren't required to, then you should do an unfiler and you would receive the payment, right? Now, if you were on SSI or VA benefits and you already received your stimulus, you can still get the additional $500 for children under 17, but you have to use the tool and sign up for this before May 5. May 5 is the deadline for this. So you have about 4 days. So go and do this right now if you need to. Now, if you did it recently and you only received a stimulus payment for yourself, then you'll have to wait for them to process it, right? Because millions of people are using this tool every day. Now, if you still haven't received your stimulus payment, don't fall victim to identity theft at this point. The IRS says that it is moving as quickly as it can to process payments, and they will never call you to verify any information about your name, your address, age, social security number, or anything really. They won't call you. They won't even let you call them. So, if anyone calls pretending to be the IRS and asking you for information, then they're just trying to use it to steal your stimulus payments and also possibly your tax refund if you haven't gotten one as yet. Now guys, if you're still watching this video and you're new here, my name is Ian, and here on this channel I talk about personal finance, money, and investing. So hit the subscribe button and the notification icon so you can get updated when I post new videos. And remember, if you like this content, all I really ask is that you give this video a thumbs up, and I'll really appreciate that. Now, once again, I still have to remind you guys about WEBULL, where you can sign up and get a free stock, and after depositing $100 to invest, you receive a second free stock. And these stocks can be valued up to over $1,000. So be sure to check that out. WEBULL, link down below in the description. And if you don't already know what WEBULL is, it's a very easy to use investment platform and app where you can buy and sell stocks, ETFs, funds, and you name it. Now, hopefully this video was again helpful and I was able to help you out. So once again, thank you guys for tuning into the channel. All the best with receiving your stimulus payments, and until next time, take care.